Welcome back to U.S. Military Arsenal. Subscribe for new updates where we break down the most advanced, cutting-edge, and often classified military systems in a way that helps you understand not only what they are, but why they matter for the future of American air dominance. Today we are diving into something that has been making waves in the defense world and stirring conversations among analysts, military enthusiasts, and defense contractors alike: the AIM-260 Joint Advanced Tactical Missile, more commonly known as the JATM. This missile represents the next generation of beyond visual range air-to-air capability, and it is already being positioned as the successor to the AIM-120 AMRAAM, which has served the U.S. and its allies for decades. The AIM-260 is not just a missile upgrade, it is the very definition of what happens when strategic necessity, technological innovation, and future warfare doctrine collide to create something built for the threats of tomorrow. If you are interested in knowing how the U.S. Air Force and Navy are preparing for the future of aerial combat, then you're in the right place, because this missile is at the heart of it all. To begin with, the AIM-260 JATM came out of a very specific problem set. For years, the AIM-120 AMRAAM has been the workhorse of the American and Allied fighter fleets. But the world has changed, and so have the threats. Potential adversaries like China and Russia have invested heavily in long-range air-to-air missiles such as the Chinese PLACE-15 and the Russian R-37M, weapons designed to outrange Western missiles and potentially deny American fifth-generation aircraft their edge in contested airspace. That reality demanded a solution, and the Pentagon, working closely with Lockheed Martin, initiated the JATM program. Unlike the AMRAAM, which has steadily been upgraded since the 1990s, the AIM-260 is a brand new missile architecture. It is designed from the ground up with range, survivability, and compatibility with stealth fighters in mind. The missile is being tailored for use on the F-22 Raptor, F-35 Lightning II, and eventually other advanced platforms, ensuring that the United States retains the decisive advantage in air-to-air engagements well into the 2030s and beyond. Now, what makes the AIM-260 JATM different and new as we head into 2026? First and foremost, range. While exact numbers remain classified, defense officials have hinted that the JATM will significantly outdistance the AIM-120 AMRAAM, whose range is roughly 100 miles depending on the variant. Analysts believe the AIM-260 could exceed that by a wide margin, rivaling or even surpassing the estimated range of the Chinese PLACE-15, which is thought to be around 124 miles or more. But it's not just about distance, it's about energy management, speed, and no-escape zones. The JATM is expected to have a two-stage solid rocket motor, giving it both incredible thrust at launch and sustained energy through mid-course and terminal phases. This translates into a missile that not only goes further but also gets there faster, making it harder for targets to evade. In addition, the AIM-260 is said to integrate advanced seekers, likely an active electronically scanned array radar seeker, paired with modern data link capability. This combination allows it to be guided mid-flight by the launching aircraft, receive targeting updates, and then home in on even maneuvering or stealthy adversaries with lethal precision. Pricing always sparks curiosity, though military programs don't exactly post their sticker prices the way cars do. Early estimates suggest the AIM-260 JATM could cost somewhere in the ballpark of $2 to $3 million per unit, depending on production scale and contract agreements. That might seem steep compared to the AIM-120 AMRAAM, which averages around $1.2 million per missile, but in the world of next-generation air dominance, cost is balanced by necessity. When you're talking about missiles designed to give an F-22 or F-35 the ability to take down a high-value enemy aircraft before it can even think of retaliating, the value is measured in deterrence, mission success, and the lives of pilots saved. Over time, as mass production ramps up, unit costs are expected to decrease, much like we've seen with the AMRAAM and other legacy systems. By 2026, with production entering steady flow, pricing should become more predictable, and allied nations may also line up for export opportunities, though the U.S. may initially keep the JATM exclusive to maintain its technological edge. When we talk about what drives performance in a car, we talk about engines and transmissions. In a missile, those categories translate into propulsion systems, seekers, and guidance packages. The AIM-260 JATM uses a cutting-edge dual-pulse solid rocket motor, which you can think of as its engine. Unlike older missiles that burn out relatively quickly, the dual-pulse motor can ignite at 2 separate stages of flight, ensuring that the missile has the thrust needed for both initial acceleration and terminal maneuvering. It's like giving a sports car a turbo boost not once but twice, once off the line and once when it's about to cross the finish line. This makes it nearly impossible for enemy aircraft to simply outrun or outmaneuver the missile once it locks on. Pair this with highly advanced electronics, its equivalent of a transmission, and you have seamless power delivery from launch to impact. The seeker head and data link act as the brain, adjusting the missile's flight path in real time, ensuring it stays on target even in contested electromagnetic environments where adversaries may try to jam or spoof its signals. Now, here's where it gets interesting: fuel economy. Of course, missiles don't measure miles per gallon, but in a metaphorical sense, efficiency does matter. The AIM-260's dual-pulse motor is all about efficiency in how it uses its propellant. It ensures that the missile doesn't burn all its energy in the first few seconds of flight, leaving it coasting and vulnerable to evasion. Instead, the fuel is carefully managed so that the missile has energy left when it matters most, in the terminal phase where most kills or misses happen. Think of it as real-world missile miles per gallon, the ability to get the maximum combat effect out of every ounce of propellant carried. That efficiency is critical in a world where dogfights are less about close-in turning battles and more about long-range chess matches where every ounce of energy and every second of burn time can be the difference between a kill and a wasted shot. Inside the missile, its interior, so to speak, you'll find a marvel of miniaturization. Comfort and cargo might not apply here in the literal sense, but there's a real analogy. The AIM-260 is designed to fit within the internal weapons bays of stealth fighters like the F-22 and F-35. That cargo space requirement dictates everything about its dimensions. It must be compact enough to fit stealthily inside the jet without compromising radar signature, yet powerful enough to carry the warhead, seeker, electronics, and propulsion system needed to perform at extreme ranges. The designers at Lockheed Martin have essentially packed a sports car engine into the body of a compact sedan, ensuring maximum performance within tight size constraints. This is a design philosophy that directly impacts survivability, because keeping weapons internal preserves the stealth profile of the aircraft, giving American pilots a first shot, first kill advantage. Connectivity and infotainment might sound like something reserved for civilian cars, but the military has its equivalent: networks, data links, and integrated battlespace awareness. The AIM-260 JATM is expected to have a two-way data link, meaning it can communicate not just with the launching aircraft but potentially with other friendly platforms, airborne warning and control systems, or even satellites. This kind of connectivity ensures the missile isn't a fire-and-forget weapon but rather a node in a larger combat web. The pilot or networked systems can update its targeting mid-flight, retasking it against a higher priority target or compensating if the original adversary maneuvers aggressively. This makes the JATM not just a missile, but part of a living, breathing digital combat system where information sharing equals lethality. In modern air combat, whoever controls the flow of data usually controls the fight, and the AIM-260 is designed to thrive in that environment. When it comes to safety and driver assistance, again we're in metaphorical territory, but it's worth exploring. For the U.S. military, safety means ensuring that the missile performs as expected and minimizes risk to friendly forces. The AIM-260 incorporates advanced friend or foe recognition protocols, secure data links, and safeguards to prevent accidental launches or friendly fire incidents. Its guidance system, which integrates with the fighter's avionics, acts like a driver assistance suite, helping pilots engage multiple targets simultaneously with confidence that the missile will do what it's programmed to do. In a world where seconds matter and electronic warfare environments can get chaotic, these assistance features are less about luxury and more about survival. They give pilots the confidence to commit to engagements knowing their weapons will behave reliably and predictably, even under the fog of war. As we wrap this up, the AIM-260 JATM stands as more than just a new missile, it is the physical embodiment of America's strategic response to near-peer threats. By 2026, this missile will be entering frontline service, carried by the most advanced fighters in the world. Its blend of range, speed, connectivity, and stealth compatibility ensures that American pilots will maintain the advantage even as adversaries field increasingly sophisticated systems. While the cost is high, the payoff is unmatched: deterrence, air superiority, and the ability to dominate the skies when it matters most. Just like the AMRAAM defined air combat for 3 decades, the AIM-260 is set to define it for the next 3. For the United States and its allies, that means peace through strength, and for adversaries, it means one more reason to think twice before challenging American air power.